Well, at the level of the government, they probably can have huge air purifiers in so many different parts of the city. They need thousands of them. There was one which was put up earlier, and the government made a big news out of it. But you need thousands of them if you really want to have a significant impact on the air quality when you're walking around or driving around in the city. Then there are guns, which throws water droplets, micro water droplets, and this is to help the particulate matter settle down on the ground by humidifying it, by the spray of the water. But then again, you need thousands of them in the city. Keeping one in central Delhi doesn't help anybody anyway. So that is one issue at the government level besides the other things we talked. And at personal level, if the pollution level is high, we do not recommend people to do outdoor jogging, running, or physical exercise, because when you're exercising your lungs, then you're inhaling much more rapidly, much more deeply, and you're actually taking much more pollutants in your lungs at that time. And it is through the lungs that eventually they will reach the bloodstream and into the brain, the heart, and everywhere else, and excreted into the kidney, the urinary bladder, and as well as the liver. So if you're going out in a high polluted atmosphere, you should be using mask, preferably multi-layered mask, just like N95, because that will filter out a large part of PM10, the larger size particles, even the PM2.5, to quite an extent it will be able to filter it out. So usage of mask is recommended in high pollution zones. Within home, we recommend using of air purifiers. Now, particularly in those people who are suffering from lung diseases or heart diseases or cardiovascular diseases, or who is having other comorbidities, interstitial lung diseases, where the respiratory system is already compromised. So you don't want them to lower their oxygen through breathing bad air and causing more risk of infection inside the lungs. So air purifiers do help. You can actually see the digital number of the air quality index, or it can also tell you a PM10. It's written there. Is it measuring PM10 or what is it measuring? Or it can also give you an indication through green light, orange light, and red light. Red light means the pollution levels are very high. Then gradually, if you use it for, let's say, about 5-10 minutes, it turns into orange and then blue. But when you're using the air purifier at home, make sure the doors and the windows are closed. If they are not closed, then you will notice that within 5 to 10 minutes of opening the doors, it will again become red. So because you're allowing the polluted air to immediately come in and mix up there. So the best way to use air purifier is in your bedrooms, where you spend at least 10 to 12 hours, including your sleep time there in 24 hours. So at least during that period, you can have a much better quality of air. There has been a question whether the mask, if it is a wet mask, does it help more? Yes, a wet mask would be able to help filter out even the smaller particles better. So that is another thing. So just these are the precautions which we generally ask people to take regarding mask, regarding avoiding exercises outdoor, and using air purifier, especially those people who are suffering from these diseases.